Excuse me. Had to clear my throat. What a time to start streaming. Hello, everybody. We are jumping back into Pyre. This will probably be a shorter stream than usual today, simply due to work and other obligations. But did want to play for a little bit. This game's gorgeous, and after playing Dead Space, Doom, and The Walking Dead, something a little more colorful. Not necessarily cheerful, but at least more colorful. So let's double check here. Wilfred debating with Pamitha. Click on the wood drive in. Jody's having a light meal. Liberated headwind. Gertrude lurking under the wagon. Practicing feints. You keep doing that, Sir Gilman. Tizo's nearby. Faye is nearby. Right, because we talked with them before ending the last stream. Tizo was having a rough time, and Faye was like, "No! It will be great!" Alright. Off we take. Joins you as you soar high above the storm-ravaged waters. Approach him on the infamous Isle of Kaelmer. Its cursed qualities seems wretched storm. Means I can't rightly smoke. One of the small misfortunes, I suppose. The drive imps seem not to mind, at least. In fact, they're more animated than usual. Perhaps they feel some connection here. You suppose the accusers were able to make it here intact? Take us in. Alright, so icy flow, good enough for landing. Insists the waters along this path contain riches for those who find them. Then Tizo, teeming with fish. Teeming with fish will contain riches. Let's just get some fish. Landing within the deathless tempest, far west of where you first reached through to the shores beyond. Wonder which sort of celestial landmark lies hidden amid these waters. Oh, we got a page in the book that writes, and we got a sparkly glowy in the upper right. So, talking about the Tempest, the place we just arrived. Waited for the Tempest to subside, we waited, but the Underking, he merely laughed and laughed, for the Tempest does not subside. For what lies beneath the stretch of sea to cause such an upheaval is best left to myth and speculation. We made passage, nonetheless, through sorceress aid and fortune, scarce seeing the surrounding environs. We did detect a landform to the west. Soliamer detected there the presence of the treacherous aid who lured him into exile, and then followed him in turn. Mer, in his wisdom, thought it best to be avoided. We did arrive on distant lands, though seeing them provided a little comfort. Alright, what do we got up here? Tiny Tempest. Entertaining, but would unleash calamity were it ever unbottled. Whoa! Okay, that's pretty dope. Alright. Fish for denizens of the deep. Murky waters of Pyre brief. When Tizo approaches to check in, just then your lures ring. A moment later, one of the slippery denizens is in your grasp. Thank Tizo for his contribution. You got a glop gill. Whoa, that's worth a lot. 84. Hi, Tizo! Ranging about the black wagon, as though in search of something. He notices you and rushes to greet you. He's glad you are here. He was just reminiscing about old times. Looking for something a former exile of the Nightwings once gave him. Frustrated, he's nowhere to be found. Do not notice the minstrel approach. I'm afraid that it is gone, Tizo. Very sorry. It is nothing that ought to have caused much concern. Misplaced something of sentimental value. It was just a spare bandage, he indicates, exactly like the one on his horn.
Terevasta. Tatakogita. Yaramitaje. Recostafara.
Seeks does not exist. Searches for it from fleeting memory of his regular duties of other drive imps first, but soon distinguish himself. Close.
Ceramiscus.
Oh! Update on Tizo! Yeah! No crime. Tizo was born here. Although guiltless, he indicates he would commit the foulest crimes against Commonwealth cuisine. Tizo, you're great. Lots of imps in the downside, but few, if any, are like this one. In fact, he seems to have descended from the most famous imp of them all. Tizo was older than he appears, and drove the bandwagon of the Nightwings for many years, learning much about the rites while traveling with the Triumvirate. But when misfortune fell, he disappeared, re-emerged years later, having become an integral part of Volfred's plan. To serve as liaison between Volfred and a certain band of exiles whom he entrusted. I got Tizo's bio update. Alright, against Lindell and the Accusers. Uh-oh. Eerie stillness. Messenger imp. It's Edwin! Edwin returned safely to the Commonwealth. He was clothed in welcome, his past regressions all forgiven. He was groomed for a leadership position of his choice, whether on the council or blood border, equally as lucrative and secretive as well. Before the stunned council members could do anything about it, he left them. Since made contact with Wilfred's agents and is working with them, helping the revolution go stronger. Word and says, "Keep going, I'll see you here." Find the one he fell for. That's what I wanted to know. Companions gave him +1 hope. Yeah! Oh yeah! just an email about the new StarCraft update. What gibbering? Like drive-ins? Okay, first let's see if there's... because there's an update on the Isle of Kilmer. Traitor Kilmer Ropecaller. Whereas he brought about our empire's fall. Whereas he nearly claimed the life of our dear Solium, we forgive him. We have forgiven him. We give a certain thanks to him, for he played a vital part in the Star's plan. If not for him, then we, the Eight, would have never aligned. We never found the rope collar. He fled into the sea towards an isle, which we knew well to avoid. 'Twas there we think that Kilmer's tattered mantle finally did him in, among the wild imps. Should the stars ever converge above that isle, shall signify that their long dance across their skies is drawing to a close. Oh! Well, shit.
Mo, Gassenfleisch. Mo, say.
So these two work together. Grants the bearer 2 of each for each of them. And then at the start of the round, briefly gain infinite stamina if an ally has the other.
Great taste. Oh.
Let's see, what do we have equipped on some of our peeps here? We have the legendaries for several of them. For pretty much all of them. I think I'm just gonna get the Scoop of Stardust and upgrade somebody's +4. Yeah, that could be good, giving it to Tizo, making him zip around even faster. Gilman, 42% further, increase of 12%. Oh, this will put it at 20. Yes. There we go. Yep, we'll do that. And then what do you have? +4 quickness. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Some history with your next adversary, Lendl. Oh. Lendl has a personal vendetta.
Beast Sungris. Islak Astralborn. Limbless Erezek. Lord Gandroth.
I think I've already done Arazek.
Endriga, the widow.
Yeah. Now we'll only do plus 30 this time, and then we'll do minus 30 another time. We'll give them increased quickness.
Plurness. A glorious eve to you as ever, O you exiles of the Nightwings.
That's the nicest he's ever been.
The scribes dragged you all the way into the blasphemous Isle of Kaelma. Here you are to be surrounded by even more gibbering nitwits than usual. Your adversaries in the coming right shall be the accusers.
Oh my gosh, it actually looks like a sports ball field.
To a smolder and step closer to freedom.
Oh my gosh, it's a stadium!
Yourselves.
Oh my gosh, I love it! Oh, that is so cool!
Destruma librage. Altira sacratoras.
Oh, and they have an ashen pole.
For freedom. Tizo.
Hehe.
Bertrude.
Pamitha or Gilman? Do Pamitha. That extra damage will be helpful.
Pamitha. It is done.
I love that this is like... Oh, they move!
Reviscabas.
Semkeras kukiter.
Makognaresa.
Various feats of glory. Flashy Flashy display of mastery during the ride. Certain types of M's are willing to pay to see.
Baroshta. Reprates Talevan.
Commence. The knight's first banishment. Ouch. In honor of the scribes.
Okay. Okay.
Tizo takes the plunge. Tis taken.
Almost.
Simply abhorrent. You left yourselves wide open. All banished. The orb. Bertrude plunged into the adversary's pyre.
There we go. Utters at Lendl a slew of the absolute worst imp profanity. Yeah!
That Lendl certainly enjoys a rousing speech, though talk means nothing in the rites. Struggle all you like, reader. As per the sacred law.
Woo!
'Twas flung right in. Brilliantly done.
Sure. Just dash around.
The Nightwings edge closer to victory. Splendid.
The imps grow more agitated with each passing moment. Some start spilling onto the ground.
What are those blasted creatures doing? This is a sacred tradition. Ha! Once more like that, and we are finished here. A mere attempt. Banished, all of them. And it is done.
Boom.
The Nightwings once again prevail. Mayhap the scribe shall simply smite them down next time.
Or, you know, not.
The rite is complete.
But wishes to make a quick exit. It's a monster in disguise. Oh my gosh.
What stirs now in the hearts of all these exiles?
Nice, another point. Load finger. Tizo deals an additional 10 damage. Yes. Come on. Yeah, level up.
Bertrude's lust for knowledge becomes manifest.
Strange designs of the 8 scribes. Our everlasting sorceries are strong within this land, and we shall make further use of them, we think. So, pounces on an adversary. She immediately recovers all her stamina. Moves faster and uses less stamina while slithering. Yes.
Until the stars align.
Boom! That went well. Also, I love the stadium aspect of playing there. It's so cool! The imps are adorable and I love it. Very fatigued and lethargic all of a sudden.
Audire alligatus.
Ailment suffered by those who frequently conduct the rites, debilitating but fleeting. Shall we be able to conduct the upcoming rite? Okay, that's fine. I mean, it kinda sucks, but... I don't think I've been here yet. Pyre Hearts. The Withdrawn, who... And who's down here? The Dissidents again. Let's see. I don't mind necessarily playing against the Withdrawn, but playing against the Fate would be a lot easier. So let's play against the Withdrawn this time, and if we win, then we're probably going to end up playing against the Fate later on. Head of the Withdrawn. Interest, legends of Yelish the Astral Coordinate and the Rites. Okay. Research into flammable reagents. Into obsession. Despite the widely held belief that he is dead or never did exist. The dormant shall one day be reborn with newfound hunger, which will only be sated by devouring the world. Diesel! Was cheerful since his run-in with Lendl and the accusers. Not happy about what was said. Understands why, Tiso does not like Lendl as a person. He recognizes nonetheless that he denied his freedom. It was a liberation right. He did what he felt necessary. He wanted to help his friend go free. Nonetheless, he still feels a certain guilt and regrets the rights force people into these situations. He's grateful for you to listening. He knows the scribes created the rights with good intentions. Promises to do his best to live up to the scribe's legacy. Tiso, you're adorable and I love you. Sangris! Know you, Mount Alodil, the highest peak in all the land. No mere mountain, but the fractured bonework of the world titan himself, the Archbeast Sangris. Bog-dwelling companion Malith is too mild in her account of our ascent. It was not a pleasant mountain hike, but a pitched battle, spanning 17 full moons. Finally, the 8 of us, we climbed atop at the brow, merged our strength, and struck the mortal blow. The Archbeast shattered finally to pieces. 'Tis no mere myth that the Archbeast's eye, the shimmer pool, emerged, the sole means of freedom in this land. And the accusers. The accusers formed under Golathanian. He is a big man, values justice, loyalty, and steadfastness. Says that the accusers take their name from one of his most accomplished legions from his former military days. Among all of them, in fact, served the Master General at one time. They represent the stoutest-hearted men and women of the Empire, who held true to myrrh and Golathonian to the end. The golden colors of their remain are reminiscent of their old shining armor, is his claim. Ever shall they seek those with truest spirits and strongest sense of purpose to replenish their ranks. Oh, there's one more Greater Titan, because I did 2. Unfathomed Plurness. In all this one's conquests, never has the Underking confronted such a foe as the Sea Titan Plurness. That grand and hideous wench presented nigh inestimable peril for those whomever sailed or swam the downside sea. Tales of her monstrosity long spread across the world. The Underking was undeterred, nay, this one made it his life's mission to give her recompense. Emboldened, having felled her cousin Endriga, he drew her out of hiding. Then sailed the remains of Dazraban, the doomed ship, with his sharpened prow, straight through her heart. Huzzah! The catastrophic detonation which ensued left no surviving witnesses save one. The Underking survives to speak of it, and write of it, which he shall do, repeatedly! Okay, that's funny, and I love it. Seeking darkness, preening, reading a book, washing clothes. Anything? No. Tender doesn't have anything to say. Click on the imps. They're so cute! Tizo's taking it easy. Go. Some more stuff to sell. Playing with the imps. Aw. And Gilman is patrolling back and forth. Alright. That's all the new stuff. Okay. So let's fly over here real quick. The remains of Sylvia's horse-headed protrude from the ash and fire there below. Some have taken it to be a work of sculpture. Tale of a Titan felt by St. Trista Titus that is more unbelievable than she thought that some daring exiles over many years carved the Titan's visage out of stone. Be that as it may, the climate and the cliffs are now home to exiled harps, such as the Essence we faced before. Alright, so Highwing Cove. Bertrand has a hunch you might find something of value here. Jadoriel expressed an interest in taking this route. Well, so I plan on using Jodariel in the next right. Black Basin where you first met Volfred and Pamitha. You wonder what might have happened should your paths not have crossed. I think that's what it said. The Beyonder crystal seeks Bertrand. The continent we called Black Basin shall one day tear itself apart. Arriving upon black and molten crags tolerable only by the harp Trista, we pressed onward toward a suffocating wood. This land felt to us somehow primordial. Deep in its roots and noxious crevasses lay innumerable clues as to its ancient history. But we had little time to excavate, for our supplies by then were thin. Further, we were lost. Our best attempts at circumnavigation all had failed. It was Lusglorian who reached out at last unto the stars, and they revealed the way. Then we could see the sacred Mount Alodil in the distance. I can talk to her! Why are you doing this, reaching out to me again like this? I've been abandoned in this blasted rock so more times than you could count, reader, and each time I laughed it off. Here it will be different this time. Before I knew that someone else would come around and pick up where the previous city had left off, but now, it seems there may not be a next time after this, if what I'm out to understand about the stars is even half true. Then I can anticipate an eternity of utter solitude, without the blasted rites to keep me company. Understand that while I may be an apparition in a glass to you, I yet retain a shred of self, and do not happily foresee that outcome. And yet you keep coming back to me like this. If all of the service of a torment, then you are most cruel, or lovely reader. Commendably so, I have to say. So then, am I to understand you wish to spend more time with me thus, knowing full well that the stars will soon put an end to this affair?
Caricumta nastis. Nalara teremsa.
Alright, Bertrude.
Umburgesemta taluge.
Seré lo que das.
Sandra appears.
Rama farushen. Igriata. Iare solistara.
Ah, the Speedies versus me. Oh, what? I was in! I was in! There we go. Darn it! Yep. Shoot. It's that darn worm. Ah! Is that little worm think he is? I was there! There we go.
O tempri hostia. Terepaloge.
Bertrude's blast pierces through solid objects. Oh my gosh! The equip, 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 equip. Equip. Oh, yes. That's so good. Into the stifling vapors of Black Shore. Nothing to report. Good. Leaving you with time to pursue your vocations. Should Ariel gained one hope. Study in private. +1 glory. Let's max out all those passives. It's more artifact than book. Its power almost solely rests with the reader, who makes time to form a certain meaning from the many passages written. Yet the glimpse of knowledge you approached just then called back at you to stop and go no further, not to press too forcefully against the outer limits of your understanding. Yes. You approach Bertrude as she has finished polishing a bunch of bottles, flasks, and vials that your fellow exiled have collected during your trips. Evidence of thine travels. Brazenly you put them on display. You tempt the lands to swallow you. Nevertheless, they stir our memories. But we are here because of Sandalwood. Sought then certain reagents necessary to our study of the heavens and the earth, and he knew where to procure them. We were able to boil for him our finest inks, a certain recipe notorious yet secret. Its stain could never be removed, oh, but the Commonwealth misliked it. It was then we first began collecting samples of the regions of the downside, for Sandalwood was ever true to his word. We studied this occurs. Long had we studied this place, the tempest, the richness of the bogs of the flagging hands, land so far away, and yet they called to us. Was able to traverse the downside in its entirety an age ago, then surely 'twas not beyond reckoning that we could do the same. Matters not. Indulge us far enough. Backstory! Crime conspiracy. Oh. Oh, she helps with the illegal press work. She's been here for 21 years. Most famous alchemist of her day plied her trade right under Commonwealth's node without regard. Ironically, it was the modest-sounding request for printing inks that got her into trouble, resulting in the exile. Yeah, we don't care that you break laws. Oh, not that one. Whoa, everything's now orange. What's everybody doing? Lifting heavy objects? Playing cards with Wolfred? Kizo still don't feel good. Phase out for a walk. Sorry, Tizo. You're just so good at everything you do. New page! The Nest of Trista. The ashen effigy of the nightmare titan Sylvius Horseheaded looms as dark as ever on the precipices of the Black Basin, where her chaotic influence sundered the land itself until it wept with fire. The very instant that our graceful friend Tristathesis finally laid to rest the greater titan with the power of the holy scepter of the Empire, the stars shone down upon us all with blinding light. Trista thought that she could bear her children in the warmth here, but alas. Now the stars revisit the locale with regularity. The fissures in the rock do pose more danger than one in fight, but a summons to the nest is to be honored. Slug market!
Olha, guaitas!
Upgrade Jodariel's passive 60% further and faster. Tell all your friends about us, cause I already told mine. An inverse of the Nightwings. It's been a while. %, stamina for use with each of their abilities.
Time Singer on.
And then let's do we start with 30 less.
Reader, what lunacy is this? 'Twould appear the Nightwings are to stand against themselves this time around. This is a mutiny, in violation of the sacred law. The exile whom you face, Oralek. Long ago he had his chance, and he relinquished it. He cannot simply claim it now, and I cannot preside over this nonsense. Good night.
Must have suffered a misfortune. Tampering with the stars' designs is not permitted. To elude the voice.
Girantus, Taracuras, y Pretimoritas, Sacompiritus, Ligaratus, Teremanem Raves.
none of them have items, just masteries. Jodariel, Faye,
Terios?
Gilman.
Destinum bellus. Casta noxalas.
Okay, this is gonna be a fight. Woo! Dang it! Alright, we've gained the lead. Really? Yeah, they've got this one. Can't catch me! Dang it! They got one. Suck! And of course he throws it in. Dang it! Ah! What were you saying? Come on, get in there! Okay, I didn't complete the challenge, but I still won. Favored to prevail. Fail in a right against each of the other triumvirates.
Simplaris. Sashanta.
Nice.
Pyre Asuntia?
While grasping the orb, she sprints and runs without using stamina. Yes!
Bro.
Ti meritabeste. Liberatus.
Some years in common. Story for another day. How it affects our plan. 49% chance of victory currently. As a principled person, his freedom was denied him just when it was in his grasp. Doleful tale. She'll tell you more of him in due time. For now, it seems the stars beseech you again. A star shining brighter than the rest. Oh, against the withdrawn. I was hoping I wouldn't have to fight them at the final.
Sinda Vetsarishe.
Tamere sare.
Le crafta cerebare.
Tito! Despondent after the confrontation. Mixed emotions having seen him again. He thought he's dead. Acted so unfriendly, that's not okay. I want to beat this mother just like nothing else because he made Tizo sad. It's not okay. Not okay. The boundless sea of Solace, Blackened Star, Titan Blood, and Driga. After one's exile, he was joined by many of his bravest Worm Knights, who awakened the Blood Titan inadvertently while searching the murky depths. I was most displeased to see your hibernation end, and vowed to 4 ages of torment on us and our sea dominion. Our assault was grander than can be described, and lasted days and days. Noblest of Worm Knights fell upon her massive form as waves which dashed themselves against the rocks. Our resolve eventually exceeded hers, and she collapsed into the seas and disappeared. This one alone remained to tell of it. The Nightwings. What is life without an adversary? If not for forces that conspire against the will, life would be devoid of its innateness and desire to overcome. Thus, when we the Eight at last each fashioned a triumvirate based on our own ideals, we realized a void still needed to be filled as the sky needs moonlight. We Eight were united. Our triumvirates shared our affection. They needed us to set them all against a common foe. Thus did we form the Nightwings, a triumvirate envisioned to exceed them all, both through means immortal and divine, and given undue favor in each turning of the cycle. They are the adversary we all face. Timesinger Harn. The tempests ravaging the downside are the handiwork of the Timesinger Harn, known as the Sky Titan. The furious elements, they are his troubled dreams manifested in this troubled land. We the Eight sought to cure him of his ailment, for his unrelenting and unpleasant dreams had long become our treacherous reality. One night we drew him toward the rite of flame, a stratagem of solely Ymr's design. There he was stricken by the stars, and dazed and overcome by their eternal shining glory. Sky Titan was thus bonded with the sky. The tempests which remain, they are but lasting traces of his waking dream.
Are cognitaras. Tempra agitensa.
Fred's inspecting the wagon, Jodariel's off on her own, Gertrude and Pamitha are doing laundry together, Gilman's admonishing himself, Faye's playing with the imps, Tizo's nearby. Lone Minstrel's on top of the wagon. We approach another liberation.
Non caraveras. Maro dominenzas.
There it is, Emperor's Fallen Ascent. Pamitha shall gain favor from the scribes here. Gilman shall gain favor from the scribes here. I'd rather keep Pamitha a little longer, so Gilman.
Praneritare.
Nothing really going on in here. Gilman on a brief expedition to the monument of the Swallow. An exile self and poem posed still worthy of your blessings, O good scribe. This night most certainly hopes so. His compatriots so yearn to once again be free, that this night's heart goes out to each of them. Please help him to help them. There is still time yet to pursue your vocations. Gilman gets +1 quickness. Just the stat he needs. Resources. Let's mentor a companion. And actually, let's go to the Black Wagon real quick and talk to Gilman.
Nam na isputento. Vale. Se non paga, giobilitier.
Another +1 quickness. Okay, let's mentor a companion. Let's mentor Gertrude. It's like right there. It's like right there. It's so close. Okay. Well, it's a guaranteed level up for her the next right. Temple High Road. Jodariel shall gain favor of the scribes. Faye shall gain the favor of the scribes. Who do I take? Definitely Gilman. I'm probably gonna try to get him back. Or Jodariel. She's so powerful though. I definitely want to keep Faye with me though. Whether or not I want to use... Nah, I'll go Jodariel. I like Faye. She's a bright spot in this bleak-ass game. If the scribes are listening at all, much less to one such as I, who never held much faith in any of you. Perhaps I ought to be more open-minded. Not here to ask of you your favor then, but to apologize. For I was certain your time long since passed, but I was wrong. +2 presents, oh!
Teron Teligaratus.
Escutil noxalas.
Salutiam, Ceres.
Simnaterus.
Sum corevara.
Voramna cramptus. Vare. Simnaterus.
Seritam peluge.
Raffa Vortarum.
Torgasam gratas.
Felanta, Ceres.
Smatam diamen.
If the cycle of the stars is ending, though, do I want to try to send Jodariel back? This may be the last chance.
Oh, Picasso flies. Great taste.
Still don't think I have Jodariel's bio, though. Yeah. Do I have Gilman's? Yeah. We're gonna send Gilman back. Let's put a small boost on Tizo's talisman.
Compare your power, mate.
Ligaratus, tamta.
Simpresit. Telecratetas.
Destrale avanza.
Firinda sare rictus. Terramare mraves. Mostrate mere. Rictus stare insieme.
I think I've done all of these except for Lord Gandrith. And since it's a liberation rite, I'm not even gonna invoke any of them.
Congratulations, reader. It would appear the rites are drawing to a close. Doubtless the doing of that Orlek in all his bitter spite. For now, your exiles have another chance at freedom here upon the fall of Solium. So too do your adversaries, the Withdrawn. They fought so very bravely for this moment. Whichever side prevails soon shall send one of its own into the warm embrace of civilization.
Volunta lorigas,
Volunta lorigas.
regeta noxalas.
Senta sabotero.
Vaprastum,
Lorica senta mister. Sabexitera misrak.
sanoxalas.
Felanta seres.
Smatam diamen.
Who shall return to glory?
Okay, what do we got over here? Frozen Soul suffers 20. She deals an additional 5. Wow, they have more. Bonus damage by flinging. Bonus damage by flinging. Alright. Still don't know what Jodariel did. Gilman is not yet eligible. Tizo, Faye. Tizo or Faye. Faye.
Faye,
Fratelli Amatas.
who shall lend her support? Ametha. Jodariel. The choice is cast. Commence.
Come on.
Farewell for now, witch. You'll have to do better than that.
Dang it!
Beneath contempt. Now. A decisive blow. If I were that one, I'd be rather angry. Yes.
Bugger!
A stifled effort. Banished, all of them. And there it is, at last. The Nightwings proved their worth. Of their adversaries, the same cannot be said.
Oh.
Thus ends the liberation rite. And thus, the scribes have chosen. The exile appointed by the Nightwings shall be free, absolved of all misdeeds, return to glory in the Commonwealth. Her adversary and all others shall remain to
That was an
carry
intense
out
rite.
their rightful sentences.
This affront against Islak has been recorded. His vengeance shall darken the skies. Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. Not particularly well balanced. Still pulled it off, though.
Lorica Center. Naya Discala? Siya Salamanca.
Faye has earned her freedom.
God's
May she
will
return in
has
glory.
won.
Oh,
The 8 scribes are ever merciful. By their grace, the cycle of the rites may yet continue for a while.
thank you. It was indeed a good game. Oh, so close to leveling up.
The 8 scribes gave their freedom so that we may yet have ours.
Okay. Huh. And now dialogue. Prevailed in the liberation against the withdrawn. The Black Wagon feels quieter without Faye, who returned. You overhear some of your companions reflecting. Not for her, would we all someday achieve the same. Ask the group to gather, you sense you know he has something to share. The context of our plan has changed. 54%. Stars are disappearing, fading one by one for reasons scribes cannot know for certain. The scribes alone know for certain, sorry. See for yourself, and you know that it is so. Christ shall no longer prevail in a liberation rite. The other chances that remain so, the chances are now numbered. Hello? Okay, my stream got dropped briefly for some reason. Sorry about that. I mean, granted, I'm near the end of this stream anyway. Shodariel staring at the wagon walls. Little brother, she would call it. This wagon was one of that girl's only friends in the world. Now they are apart. She will be mournful tomorrow. She had nothing in the Commonwealth. Today stopped at 32% chance of success. Failed one liberation rite. Ooh. I mean, you can still do it. You'll have other chances, I hope. But, ooh. That hurts. Friends of fallen veterans with whom I served, Black on the Blackwater, she reminded me of them. Very strong in their own right, often wiser than suggested by their youth. I don't know the source of my concern. She shall continue to survive, so that she achieves something more. Find her place in society this time. She'll be instrumental in this plan of ours yet. Her constant prattling about the scribes who can say. People there may listen. Managed to see a return. May those of us united in our cause continue to support each other here as well as on the other side.
Agnosenta.
Thank you. Rest well this night. Shall see you in the morning's light. Alright. Book of Rights. Withdrawn. I've actually had a lot of good luck with Pamitha. Her ability to basically just fly everywhere really easily. Plus, if you complete her, the trial, her trial, you get a talisman that does additional damage if she flies into the enemy pyre. Yeah, in terms of attacking, like, trying to kill people, absolutely worthless. In terms of getting the ball to where it needs to go quickly, she can be okay if you have the right team. I've been using her quite a bit. The Wild Witch, Milith, whose vigilant pursuit of unknown and the unknowable, I always felt a certain kinship. Whether the Withdrawn were kin by blood or merely worshippers, we trusted one another not to ask or care. What mattered is that she chose the most audacious minds who stopped at nothing short of the impossible. Though ever distant, the Withdrawn revealed to us such truths about the land which lay long hidden, even to one such as I. Their knowledge ever waking into newfound depths of consciousness, they led us all to better know ourselves. And kinship. Each one of us within the 8, besides the imp who would have perished in the downside had we not found each other and together formed our union. Here in the downside all are bound, but that which binds us here does have some latitude. We choose the bond of kinship. Our exile took precedence over our other differences. Over our differences. The empire which had subjugated all our kind into a tense alliance shall give way to society in which our differences are paramount. There may you embrace your ancient cultures, whilst jointedly forming a great culture all its own. Next to mercy, it is kinship that shall form the bedrock of our commonwealth. Wait, of our commonwealth? That they were banished from. Oh, the plot thickens. Oh. Okay, well, now that I've finished that liberation rite, I unfortunately... Oh, well, I gotta hop off too. I do appreciate you coming by. I hope to catch you next time I stream this one, which will be next Friday. Yeah, I need to go, I need to go make dinner. So, thanks again for coming by, Mistake 404. Hope to catch you next time, and hope you have a great evening, if it is evening where you're at. Or just a great whatever time you're at. Catch you later.